For the final race of Super 1 in 2015, it's a championship showdown between Philip Hansen and Harry Platten on the second row of the grid behind Bentley, Ellis and Simmons. Pennell and Pegram are on row 3 from Fender, Greetham, Woodford and Dyson, and away we go. It's going to be a battle royale, this one, right to the final lap. Here we go, and a great start out in front puts the 38 of Hugo Bentley Ellis out in front as we make our way through the first few corners. That is the 22 of Bethany Abbott just in front of us.
We're on board here with Ross Woodford. This is going to be an absolute battle royale. Where is Philip Hansen? Hansen's down the field, Jake. He's had a problem through. There he is, the 44. He's down in about 10th or 11th place. Just going through the shot there on the orange suit, making up a place. Started P3, but now down the field, and that surely is going to give Harry Platten the championship lead. On board again with Ross Woodford, the rookie.
Side by side in front, that's Greetham battling it out with Harry Dyson. So Woodford is the one who's going to try and make up the place. But this is an absolute nightmare of situation for Philip Hansen, as now Harry Platten is in a situation where he can become the champion. He's in third at the moment on the racetrack, so he is right behind. Oh, the leader's dropped it. That is the 38 of Hugo Bentley Ellis. He's dropped it, and through to the lead will go Ayrton Simmons. So he's going to take the lead then, and they're going to be side by side again. Here comes Bentley Ellis back, and through with him comes the 41 of Harry Platten. That's going to put Platten into the lead of the championship in effect. So we're back on board with Woodford as he closes back up on Greetham, and still this battle continues all the way through, and up to second place again comes Simmons. Good move up the inside there. So Simmons is into second position. That's going to drop Platten down to third. Here he comes. Oh, Pegram gives him a shot. Oh, he collides with the back wheel of Simmons there, and that's going to have Platten absolutely hopping mad. He is angry. Down to fourth position he goes.
He had a look behind him immediately to see where Hansen was. He was in third place on 5.53. Hansen on 5.53. Platten looks like he's got it on countback, according to the TAC Heuer timing screen. That is Hansen in front, but Platten's going to lose 2 points there. He's dropped down to fourth place, so he should drop to 5.51 as they go through the line. But this one is an absolute classic end to a Super 1 season. Again, it's not the biggest grid in the championship, but it's been exciting all season. Some great racing. Let's have a look there you go. The virtual championship points have just changed as they go through the line. That is Hansen. He's looking to make up places here up the inside, and that definitely gives him the championship lead. Oh, it did. He's lost it now. Loses the place immediately.
He's just gained the place and lost the place. He gets past Bradley Pennell, no problem at all, but then he loses the place to Woodford. So this is going to be so close all the way to the death. As up the inside, good move there from the 67. Angus Fender moving up a place. We're on board with Woodford. That's Morgan Porter just in front, trying to take on Fender through the left-hander and onto the straight towards the Fullerton S's once again. The virtual championship points are going to be changing every single lap. At the end of the last lap, there was 5 points difference as the 27, Ayrton Simmons, signals behind him to Pegram to work together with him. Platten is there in fourth position, and he will not be happy about the fact that he was nerfed back to fourth position. This has allowed Hugo Bentley Ellis to get away out front, and he will not be satisfied finishing down in fourth place. Here he comes up the inside of his teammate Tom Pegram. I think it was actually Pegram that started that little incident, nerfing him wide. There's going to be an interesting conversation with that team afterwards. But anyway, Platten has gone through now to move up into third place. Hansen has the title at the moment by 6 points, but now Platten has made up a place, so that will drop to 5 points of a lead. Hansen is still struggling away. Oh, it's a little bit of a tussle towards the back as Ethan Pitt goes wheel to wheel with two men. That is Jake Douglas and Bethany Abbott battling there. So one man, one woman, I should actually say. Sorry, Beth. But a great battle between those three. Up to the lead, it's still Bentley Ellis, the 27 next to Ayrton Simmons. We're on board again with Woodford as he chases down the 46 of Porter.
Oh, contact, and he's made up a couple of places. Carts getting together.
Yep, that is Fender and Pennell that have come together there. They just got a little bit too eager. Oh, that was a very decisive move that was never really going to work. It came from too far back there. I think it was the 16 of Bailey Gregory trying to make the move up the inside there on Harry Dyson, and he didn't quite get it sorted. Now Porter gets a little bit of a push from Woodford down the straight. That's definitely going to move Porter and Woodford closer to the battle. Now Porter drifts wide in the left-hander. Woodford's up the inside. Has he finished the move? Yes, beautifully done. That's not the easiest place to get an overtaking move finished either. Now, championship update. Platten is in third and Hansen is in fifth. At the moment, Hansen would be the champion, so it's looking very good for him at the moment as he runs there in front of Harry Dyson, the 20. We're back on board with Woodford as he chases Morgan Porter into the left-hand hairpin. So, out towards the Fullerton S's once again.
Ethan Pitt there in third place. He's not going to be a player. He's down the field. He's too far behind to have any impact on the championship is between Hansen, the 44, and the 41 of Harry Platten. Harry Platten was in the box seat early on, but Hansen, who dropped down the field, has steadily made his way back. There he is in 5th place. That's enough for him to win the title.
Fascinating battle, these three, between Porter, Woodford and Angus Fender, the Scotsman just behind them. We go back onto the new section of the circuit once again. Woodford tries once again the same move that he did in the last lap, but Porter is wise to it this time. They're actually trying to work together at this point now to try and close up on the top 6. Platten is again close to the top 3. Second place still Ayrton Simmons. Your race leader still Hugo Bentley-Ellis is up the inside. Strong move there from Jake Douglas as he takes on Bailey Gregory. Nice move, but Gregory looks like he's going to get him straight back again as we go straight back to the action. Porter drifting a little bit sideways as Woodford tries to make the move up the inside, through the left and then through the right of the Fullerton S's. Back with your leaders, and Simmons has hit the front. Now we didn't see where Ayrton Simmons has got through, but he has managed to take the lead again.
Just to confirm, Harry Platten can only score 5.57 if he takes the lead here. There's 2 points difference between going from 3rd to 2nd and then 2nd to 1st, so the maximum he can score is 5.57, which pretty much means if Hansen stays where he is, so long as he doesn't have an issue, he will win the title by 1 point. Great midfield action here. I say midfield, it's towards the front of the field. Great action with Woodford and Porter, and we've got the 38 out front now, and that is Hugo Bentley-Ellis.
Well, Platten did make the move for 2nd, and now Simmons has got him straight back again. Meanwhile, further back, Hansen has made the move for 4th place, so Hansen has got up into 4th position. That's going to even further compound Platten's woes in trying to get the championship won. Look back from these three. Well, we're supposed to look back from those three, and then the camera changed. Morgan Porter makes the move back on Woodford. These two have been swapping positions pretty much every lap. It's great to watch this duel.
Fantastic action from the onboard camera of Ross Woodford. There he is. Woodford and Porter all the way through this race. They've really been scrapping. Who's to say they're not going to become players in this? You never know. They could get there.
Well, here's the order. Bentley-Ellis, Simmons, Platten, Hansen, Pegram, Greetham, Porter, Woodford, Fender and Bradley Pennell rounding out the top 10 in front of the likes of Douglas and Gregory, still battling it out with Ethan Pitt way down in 13th position, unfortunately, in this one. Abbott and Dyson rounding out the field at the moment. Still Pegram trying to take on Hansen. Up the inside comes Simmons for the lead, and it looks as though Platten's going to go with him there. Beautifully done. So down to 3rd position goes Hugo Bentley-Ellis. Don't count him out of the victory yet. There's still enough time for him to get that lead back. This man, though, Philip Hansen, pole position to win the title now. 4th position in the race is more than enough.
Yeah, and don't forget as well, another dynamic in play here. Hansen and Platten are rookies in the championship, so don't forget, although they both want to win the championship, they also want that rookie prize because that's a free season's racing next season. Free registration, free entry fees, free tyres during the season and free fuel. That is a prize worth a lot of money.
Absolutely. It's a bit like saying, well, I'll tell you what, you're good enough to race in the championship, we'll just give you a free access pass. It's a very nice way to go about it. So through to the triple left complex again, this new section of the PF International Circuit. Amazing dueling at the front. Simmons in front for the moment. Platten 2nd, Bentley-Ellis 3rd, and then a little gap back to the man who's going to tie up the championship at this rate, Philip Hansen. Now Platten effectively needs to win this race in order to stand his best chance of taking the title, but then after that everything else is out of his hands. He's got to win and hope that Hansen has a miserable end to his race, but he's in 4th position. If he just stays there, Platten is going for glory up the inside of Simmons. Beautiful overtake, and that's put Simmons wide. Bentley-Ellis goes through as well into 2nd. Now that was a fighter's move, and he made that stick perfectly.
Now Philip Hansen now where he is. Platten's leading, so he'll go to 5.57. Watch his point score as he goes through the line. Platten will pop up to 5.57. Hansen there in 4th place. Platten needs him to lose 3 places effectively to go a point ahead. So there you go. Virtual Championship points now been updated.
Well, this could happen because Porter and Woodford's battle is charging onto the back of this 3-kart train. We may well have a 5-kart scrap for 4th position. Look back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could still all go wrong for Philip. He needs to hang on to this position now in 4th place. Look at the drift on the brakes there. The kart almost sullies to the left as he goes through. Absolutely on a knife edge at the moment. Now Woodford makes the move on the inside of the left-hander. Gets past Porter onto the tail of Greetham. He's got a great opportunity to step up towards Hansen and Pegram in 4th and 5th place now as Woodford. So it looks as though he's dealt with Porter for the moment, but Morgan is still right there. But look, Hansen has dropped these 4. Now that is crucial.
You're absolutely right, Jake. Absolutely vital for Philip Hansen. He did not want these drivers crawling all over the back of him with a chance to take him off, run into the back of him. And look at that gap, Jake. That is crucial for him. He's got about 8 to 10 kart lengths, and that could be enough for him to take the title.
Well, Bentley, Ellis and Simmons in front of Platten now. So on that last lap, Platten losing 3 places. He's taking it back on the left-hander. The first initial left-hander of that complex. Past Simmons again. Hansen is catching these 3. It's going to be a 4-man battle, and Hansen doesn't even need to be part of this battle. Here comes Simmons up the inside of Platten to try and take that second position. He snapped him off. Platten goes around. Harry Platten's chances at the Junior X30 Championship have just ended, and Hansen got through, so it's all fine for Philip Hansen. The dream is over for Harry Platten.
Yeah, Hansen knows in that one moment he just became the 2015 Super 1 champion. Let's have a look at the inside. Now, if this has been spotted by the officials, that will be potentially, well, certainly be a penalty, if not a black flag, because the man doing the overtaking is the man that's taken him off. And it's one of those unfortunate incidents, particularly because Harry Platten was in with a chance of the championship, although to be fair, if you look at it after the race, potentially, if it stays like this, he wasn't going to win the championship anyway with Philip Hansen where he was, but he'll be disappointed to have been taken off.
Well, Ayrton Simmons has got away from that in 3rd position in front of Woodford now, our onboard cameraman, so Simmons has not actually lost out a huge amount. Now that might play into the hands of the debate as well, because he's retained his 3rd position despite that little contact, so that might count against him as well. But we'll have to see what happens at the end of the race on that one. Misery for Harry Platten. He drops to 5.45 on the points. He has got going again. He is down the order, but it's going to be the man in 2nd position on the road who's going to be the champion. Philip Hansen has done everything he needed to do. Even before that incident, he had enough in the bag to wrap up the title. Hugo Bentley Ellis is going to take the final win of 2015, but behind him, Philip Hansen is the Junior X30 Super 1 champion of 2015. What a drive. Ayrton Simmons is 3rd, Woodford is 4th from Morgan Porter, with Tom Pegram dropping the way down behind Greetham, Pennell and Platten finishing 9th place in front of Angus Fender. So it's misery for Platten, but your new champion is Philip Hansen.
Welcome back to the paddock. I thought that halfway through last year you had decided that was it for karting. You were off to do other things, but you managed to come back and end up on the podium.
Yeah, we stopped because we had enough of all the bad luck we had and, you know, the bad people we were around, but yeah, now we're back and it was good to win. You know.
You and Harry Platten put on a fantastic show all year. It came down to the last race. Just tell us how you're feeling, because you made a terrible start to that one.
Yeah, we didn't get a very good start, but just really glad that we brought it home in the end. I mean, it was close all year between me and Harry. We hadn't had very good 1st and 2nd round, but we managed to get it all to come together at this round.
Well, that's a wrap for 2015. Another cracking year for Super 1 karting. If you want some information and want to get involved in the championship next year, head to the website super1series.com. From me, Jake Sanson, and Alan Taddy beside me, we'll see you next year.